Continuing our series on special coverages, I've asked Mary Lewis to discuss coverage for mold, fungus, and again, a little bit of a discussion on backing up of sewers. Mary, we learned after the flood, the hard way, I guess, that following intense water damage, the result often becomes mold, mildew, fungus, etc. Talk to me a little bit about coverage that is in or not in the homeowner insurance policy that would cover mold and those types of hazards.
Well, with the flood, if you did not have flood insurance, unfortunately, the ensuing damage of mold or fungus is not covered. If the situation was that you had a water pipe leak, you do have some coverage for mold, and it depends on the carrier. Travelers, they have a limit, starts off $5,000, you can buy up to $25,000. We have 3 carriers that there's no limitation on what they'll pay for mold or fungus. It's the full policy limit.
So it'd be the policy limit.
Right.
How do you determine exactly the cause of the water damage or the standing water?
That's the adjuster. I recently had a situation where a lady called, she had mold in her crawl space. We didn't know what caused the mold. So we turned the claim in to her insurance carrier. The adjuster came out and investigated it. She at first thought it was water runoff on the side of her hill into her crawl space. The adjuster actually determined she had a small water leak in a pipe that caused the mold. So she did have coverage for water coming from a pipe, so consequently she had mold coverage, and hers was the full policy limit.
Well, it gets pretty technical, doesn't it?
Yes,
and
it does.
And those little fine points may make a big difference in whether a claim is paid
Yes.
or not paid. Switching to the commercial side, is the story pretty much the same?
Yes, exactly. Most policies include a small limit for mold or fungus. You can buy back some, like personal, but not a full policy limit.
Mary, we know that we have other issues that can cause water damage or resulting in fungus or mold or mildew. I have friends that would otherwise have a wet basement, but they have a sump pump, and they have any dampness flow into a basin, and this pump will, of course, keep the house dry, and maybe with dehumidifiers also make that basement a tenantable space. But what if the sump pump fails? Where's the coverage?
If you have water and sewer sump pump backup coverage on your homeowner policies, which most of our policies have some limited coverage there. Again, Travelers, it's $5,000 and you can buy back more. Some companies include to your policy limit. So in the flood, if you had that coverage under your policy and your sump pump failed, you did have some coverage under your homeowner's policy.
So some homeowner insurance carriers wound up paying a flood claim, basically, when it was really the cause of the sump pump failing.
Correct.
If it could have kept up with the flooding, or if the power had failed, or what have you. So it's just a quirk of fate, I guess.
Correct. It's a very important coverage to have, and it is not that expensive.
Mary, thank you very much. That's been quite helpful, and I hope our listeners will benefit from that.